Let's get straight to it. There's a hidden crisis happening right under our noses, in the very place we gather to eat, talk, and connect, the kitchen. Millions of us struggle to cook a healthy meal from scratch, even though our supermarkets are overflowing with fresh, vibrant ingredients. The shelves are packed with every fruit and vegetable you can imagine, yet many of us walk right past them, unsure of what to do with them once we get home. Instead, we rely on ready meals and takeaways, not because we're lazy, but because basic cooking skills have quietly disappeared from so many homes. The convenience of fast food and prepackaged dinners has replaced the simple act of preparing a meal together. This hidden crisis is hurting our health and our happiness. We're seeing more people than ever feeling disconnected from what they eat, and it's taking a toll on both our bodies and our minds. When was the last time you saw someone teach their kids to chop an onion, or show them how to make a simple sauce from scratch? For many families, that knowledge has faded away, lost between generations. Cooking together used to be a way to bond, to pass down traditions, and to build confidence in the kitchen. The result? We're facing rising rates of obesity, diabetes, and a growing disconnect from our food. Meals have become something we rush through, rather than moments to savor and enjoy. Our health is suffering, and so is our sense of community. The food industry has spent years convincing us that cooking is complicated, time-consuming, and best left to the experts on TV or in restaurants. But that's simply not true. Anyone can learn to cook, no matter their age or experience. Cooking is a vital life skill, creative, rewarding, and money-saving. It's about nourishing yourself and those you love, and it doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. Even the simplest home-cooked meal can bring joy and satisfaction. We need to reclaim our kitchens and make them the heart of our homes again. Imagine the laughter, the stories, and the memories created when we cook and eat together. It's about more than just food. It's about connection. It's never too late to learn. Even if you've never boiled an egg or followed a recipe, you can start now. Every small step you take in the kitchen is a step toward better health and greater confidence. All it takes is a bit of confidence, a willingness to try, and a few basic techniques. With practice, you'll be amazed at what you can create. When you can cook, you take control of your health, your happiness, and your future. The kitchen can be a place of empowerment, so let's bring it back to life, one meal at a time. Meet Sarah Jenkins, a regular mom living in the suburbs who never thought of herself as anything special. She's not a chef, not a celebrity, and she's certainly not a social media influencer. She's just like millions of other parents doing her best to keep her family happy and healthy. Most days, Sarah wore jeans and a t-shirt, and her kitchen was more chaos than culinary studio. She juggled work deadlines, school runs, and endless laundry, often feeling too tired to cook. Like many, she relied on frozen pizzas, jars of sauce, and takeout to get through the week. But one afternoon at the park, everything changed. Sarah watched her son Tom, usually full of energy, struggling to keep up with the other kids. He seemed slower, out of breath, and less enthusiastic than usual. That moment hit her hard. She realized the food she was serving, quick fixes and processed meals, might be affecting her family's health and happiness. That night, after everyone went to bed, Sarah sat alone in the kitchen, determined to make a change. She promised herself she'd try, even if it meant starting small. The next day, she made her very first homemade tomato sauce. It was simple, just tomatoes, garlic, and a pinch of salt, but it was a start. It took only 20 minutes, and to her surprise, it tasted amazing. Her kids devoured their dinner and even asked for seconds, grinning from ear to ear. That small win sparked a revelation. If she, a busy, tired mom, could do it, maybe anyone could. She felt a new sense of hope and pride. Sarah realized that most people want to eat well, but they're overwhelmed by confusing advice, complicated recipes, and endless choices at the supermarket. The real problem? It wasn't just lack of knowledge, it was fear. Fear of failing, of wasting money on food that goes uneaten, or simply not having enough time in the day. So Sarah set herself a new mission: to find the simplest, quickest, and most affordable ways to cook healthy food for her family, and to share what she learned with others. It wasn't about being a gourmet chef or making fancy meals. It was about making real food, in real kitchens, for real families. By sharing basic skills and simple recipes, Sarah hoped to empower others, so that every family, no matter how busy, could enjoy healthier, happier meals together. Sarah's kitchen became her lab for simple, foolproof cooking. She started a blog and YouTube channel, Kitchen Magic, to show that anyone could cook. Her videos were real and relatable, with kids running around and no fancy jargon. She showed you only need a decent knife, a chopping board, a couple of pans, and a tray. Her motto, if I can do it, you can do it. Sarah created foundation recipes, core dishes you could adapt in many ways. One tomato sauce became pasta, curry-based, pizza topping, or stew. Master one skill, and you unlock a week's worth of meals. She made health simple, too, encouraging people to eat a rainbow of veggies. No nutrition lectures, just easy ideas. She explained that cooking from scratch puts you in charge of what goes into your food. Her positive, practical approach made healthy eating feel achievable. Kitchen Magic empowered people to cook with confidence. What made Kitchen Magic special? Simple tricks with big impact. The Big Batch, spend an hour on Sunday chopping veggies for the week. Weeknight meals become a breeze. One-pan wonders, throw chicken, potatoes, and veggies on a tray, bake, and dinner's done. Minimal washing up. The freezer became everyone's best friend. Double recipes, freeze half, and you've got homemade ready meals. Freeze leftover herbs and oil or bread for breadcrumbs. Save money and cut waste. Flavor was easy. Sarah's Magic Spice Blend. Paprika, cumin, garlic powder, oregano worked on anything. Fresh herbs at the end made dishes pop. These tricks made cooking fast, tasty, and stress-free. No need for fancy gadgets or endless ingredients. Just a few smart habits and a little planning. Sarah showed that anyone could make brilliant food with minimal effort. It was about making life easier, not harder. That's what kept people coming back for more. To change habits, Sarah knew people needed to understand what's in their food. She realized that most people never really look beyond the front of the packaging, missing the hidden ingredients and confusing labels. So, she set out to make the invisible visible, determined to help people see what they were actually putting into their bodies every day. She made it visual, showing the sugar cubes in a jar of pasta sauce versus her homemade version. The difference was staggering. A store-bought sauce could have as much sugar as a can of soda, while her homemade recipe used only ripe tomatoes and a pinch of herbs. The shock was real. People saw they were eating dessert with their dinner. It was a wake-up call, and suddenly everyone wanted to know what else was hiding in their favorite foods. She explained processed food simply. A potato is real food. A cheese and onion crisp is factory-made and full of additives. She broke down the long list of unpronounceable ingredients, showing how far some snacks had strayed from their natural origins. She called whole foods food in its pajamas, natural and recognizable. If you could picture it growing, walking, or swimming, it was probably a whole food. This simple rule made shopping and eating less overwhelming. For balanced meals, she used the plate rule: half veggies, a quarter protein, a quarter carbs. This visual guide helped people build meals that were both satisfying and nourishing, without needing to count calories or memorize complicated charts. No charts, just a plate, easy to remember, easy to follow. It was a method that worked for busy families and picky eaters alike. She demystified fat, bad fats in cakes and takeaways, good fats in avocados, nuts, and olive oil. She explained that not all fats are created equal, and that healthy fats are essential for energy and brain health. A simple salad dressing was her go-to for healthy fats. Just a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon could transform a bowl of greens into something delicious and nourishing. Sarah replaced fear with knowledge and confidence. She encouraged people to ask questions, experiment in the kitchen, and trust their instincts about what felt good to eat. She made nutrition simple, not scary. Her approach was about empowerment, not restriction, helping people feel good about their choices, not guilty. People finally understood what they were eating and how to make better choices. They started reading labels, cooking more at home, and sharing what they learned with friends and family. That's how real change started. One meal, one choice, and one empowered person at a time. Sarah's first 5 meals were designed to be easy, cheap, and use the same core ingredients. First 15-minute tomato pasta, tinned tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, dried herbs, faster than a takeaway, and healthier. Second magic chicken tray bake, chicken, chopped veggies, spice blend, all roasted on one tray. Third super speedy stir fry, pre-chopped veggies, quick protein, simple sauce, 10 minutes, loads of veggies. Fourth, clever curries, foundation tomato sauce, chickpeas or lentils, spinach, spices, warming and vegetarian. Fifth, hearty soups, onions, carrots, leftover veggies, stock. Simmer, blend or leave chunky. These recipes taught basic skills, used up leftovers, and built confidence. They showed how a few cheap ingredients could become something nourishing. No fancy steps, just real food, fast. Anyone could start here and succeed. That's how Sarah got people cooking. The impact of kitchen magic was seen in real stories. Mark, a single dad, ditched takeaways and started cooking with his son, losing weight and reconnecting. Chloe, a student, swapped instant noodles for homemade sauce and soup, saving money and feeling healthier. Brenda, recently widowed, found comfort and purpose in cooking again, joining a community group to share her new skills. These weren't just food stories. They were about confidence, connection, and empowerment. Parents bonded with kids, people took control of their health and budgets. Cooking became a source of joy and pride. Sarah's lessons went beyond recipes. They changed lives. Teaching someone to cook is about more than food. It's about giving people the tools to thrive. Sarah's YouTube channel exploded into a grassroots movement. Viewers shared their own recipes and tips, building a supportive online community. Inspired, people started local cooking clubs. Mums in Manchester, retirees in Wales, all cooking together. Even doctors noticed patients were healthier, losing weight and feeling better after following Sarah's advice. Some clinics even prescribed her channel as part of lifestyle programs. The movement's power was its honesty. No big brands, just real people helping each other. Sarah's imperfections made her relatable. She showed it's okay to make mistakes. The key was just to try. Her simple idea empowered thousands to take back their kitchens and their lives. It proved food education is powerful medicine. And it all started with one person's determination to help. So that's Sarah's story, and the movement she sparked from her kitchen. She proved cooking can be simple, fun, and life-changing. If you feel lost in the kitchen, you can change that, one recipe at a time. Try the tomato sauce or the one-pan chicken. Taste the difference. Feel the achievement. This is more than cooking. It's a food revolution. Pass these skills to your kids, share with friends, and build a community around real food. Every homemade meal is a vote for a healthier future. It's the most important life skill you can learn. Look up Kitchen Magic, subscribe, and pick a recipe to try this week. Don't fear mistakes. Just have fun and join the community. Let's get cooking, one simple meal at a time.